Sandeep Reddy Vanga. He was not joking, he was serious when he said, I will show you what real violence is. And he did that. I really want to give a warning. It's graphic, it's violent, it's gory. There's a reason it's given adult rating. The trailer doesn't give away anything. And it's a very disturbing film. So if you cannot handle that, beware. Hello guys, I'm Nona and I just come back watching Animal in theater. And one thing I can definitely tell that in the coming days, there will be a lot of controversy regarding the film. If you think Kabir Singh made noise, this film will create riot. I don't know. I didn't even check social media. I don't know what's going on. What are people talking about it? I know nothing. I saw the trailer, I went for the movie, and here I am. I don't want to hear anything which can influence my thoughts about the film because it's so divisive. I just first want to provide an objective view of the film and then we'll get into the controversial part. So without spoilers, first we have to talk about Sandeep Reddy Vanga because you can see his DNA throughout the film. I've not seen Kabir Singh, but I have seen Arjun Reddy, and from that you can tell he's a gifted filmmaker. To make a film like that on your debut is a big task. The way he makes this love story drama so cinematic. He just doesn't make you see the emotion on screen, but make you feel it. And that's powerful filmmaking. As an audience, your attention is totally absorbed. You cannot look anywhere else. The framing of his shots, the editing, it's very different. There's a Vanganism in it. And it may take some while in the beginning to get used to it. In this film, there are a lot of close-ups, some POV shots, some non-linear editing. And once you get this pattern, you'll have a really good ride. Now, as promised, the film lives up to its hype and even more. Animal is the most apt title for this film because it's about a character who just goes on his impulses. He is behaving like an animal. He sees his family as his own tribe and he'll do anything to protect them. That survival instinct, that's what he lives on. And there are moments in the film that will remind you of your own self when you were in so much rage or anger that your animal instinct came out. You started thinking like one, but then it went down because you live in a civil world, because you are a human. There is a code we all live by, and that's why we can coexist. But this guy, no. He's pure animal. He is the alpha male toxic guy. Kabir Singh in front of him is just a saint. And the way Ranbir Kapoor has portrayed this role is praiseworthy. He totally gave himself to the character. It is one of his finest performances, and it's very different from something like a rock star, which I felt was more internal, whereas this is more external. It's loud, it's over the top, and he manages to deliver it. The commercial elements of this film work really well. The action, fight, choreography, the set pieces, it's really well done, and the music adds a soul to this wild film. And there are a lot of surprises too because all the music was out before the film. We have all heard it, we have seen it with different visuals, but in the film, the way they are used are very interesting choices. Now coming to the core of the film, the father-son relationship. It is a love story between them. That's what the director said. And knowing that, I felt the film didn't do justice to that because it doesn't spend enough time to explore this relationship. It's just there. This relationship is just a reason for the plot to move ahead, but nothing else. And because of this, the impact of Anil Kapoor's character is also missing. There are just very few moments with him. And when the time comes for him to deliver, it just doesn't work that well. And whenever the film moves away from the score, it becomes less engaging. And you actually start to question the logic at some places. With action, I felt they were dragged along too much. And I felt the director was having so much fun with it that he just got carried away. And there's no doubt, these moments are fun to look at. But when they just keep going and stay more than they're welcome, it starts to hurt the film. And that's why at many places in the film, you feel like everything that's happening, it's happening in a vacuum. That there are no real world consequences happening at all. And when you are less engaged, you start to question these things. Now the film has used the adult rating really well. Some of the scenes are just brutal. It's just shocking that censor board allowed it. Like an adult Hollywood film of this nature would get censored even for adult version. And the film never shies away from it. There can be moments that something is happening but you move the camera away or don't show it. No. They will make a point to show everything. But at no point was feeling forced or unnecessary. Now having seen the trailer so many times and different visuals, a lot of scenes were cut out from the movie for whatever reasons. Now coming to the controversial part. Sandeep just took political correctness and kicked it off. Don't expect any of that in this movie. And that's why the film will ruffle a lot of feathers. See, every filmmaker has his own ideology and it can lie anywhere on the political spectrum. The left, the right, or the center. And when it's extreme, it comes in the film. And that's when people start to call a movie propaganda. And I feel every film is a propaganda because the filmmaker believes in something and that's what he wants to portray through his film. Now in Animal, that ideology is reflected to the character. But the film never gives a justification of why this character believes in these things or why he's saying these things. He's just a definitive character who loves his father. He has an obsession with him and he has all these traits. It's just a fact. It's just definitive. We never see an evolution of him becoming like this. What led him to be like this? None of it is explored. And that's why many things in the film feels like it's coming from the director portraying it to the character. Now the controversies will be at different level. The amount of violence the film has, the portrayal of female characters, which through my lens I felt Rashmika's character had a lot of weight. She had her own personality. She has some good moments to shine. But at the end of the day, the film is about Ranbir's character. There are some questionable actions and dialogues in the film. There are some political statements made. And then there's one thing of what you see in the film and the other what you read between the lines. The subtext of the film. So many people will have their own interpretations of these things. See, personally, there are things in the film which I disagree to. There are things which I feel are out of taste. I have my own sense of beliefs and a film cannot change that. But that doesn't mean I impose those beliefs on the film. I'm mature enough to understand what is right and wrong, and just watching a film will not influence me. And my hope is the same for other people watching the film. I know there are a lot of things I didn't talk about, but again, I cannot talk about them without giving spoilers. That's why we'll do a live spoiler session on the channel, so to get that, do subscribe. See, at the end of the day, you have to give it to Sandeep Reddy Vanga. He believed in his conviction. All that happened after Kabir Singh, he could have taken a step back. Oh no, people don't like this what I have done, so let me change my way of making films. But he didn't do that. He actually doubled down on it. And that's why I said this film will create more controversies. But looking at the box office, I think it's gonna get paid off. But in this video, I talked about Leo, for which the conviction didn't pay off that well. Why? Check it out here. If you're still watching the video, some spoilery stuff, that ending of the film, the post-credit if you may, I did not see that coming. Oh my god. That was brutal. I'm scared watching that scene. Oh, Animal Park. We'll soon talk about it.